This is a 2020 Lincoln Corsair with a 2.3 liter turbo. This car was about $48,000 brand new, but on the used market they depreciate quite a bit. So I think you can get a lot of bang for your buck in this car. Lincoln has really stepped up their game in the past couple of years across their model lineup. All of the materials, the fit and finish and quality has gone way up compared to the past 20 years. These cars have a lot of value in them, but they don't have the same brand cachet as something like a BMW or Mercedes. So if you're looking for something that is American, that's made in the USA, and that doesn't have the same kind of stigma that BMW and Mercedes and Audi might have with it, then we'll look at this and see if it's a good fit for you. But these are pretty awesome vehicles. So when I got the call from Enterprise about driving the new Lincoln Corsair, and they wanted to send me one for $85 a day, and I said, well, I need you to cover my hotel, because I can't stay at my house driving this thing. My wife will kill me because she'll think that I spent almost $55,000 on a domestic luxury product. Then I had to do it. I can laugh at my own jokes because I know no one else will. High quality feeling product. I think that the interior feels just as good quality as Mercedes. The fit and finish, all of the panels, everything feels really good. I like I drove an E63, and it didn't feel any better than this. Not in like perceived quality of the interior. It actually didn't feel a whole lot better.
The Mercedes I've ridden in, I feel like the interior quality wasn't that impressive. I'm sure as you get up higher in Mercedes-Benz's models, you end up with a better interior, but I thought the seats were fairly comfortable. Don't they feel like comfortable though? They feel like they hug you.
Yes, they do.
It's a nice feeling.
Yeah, I haven't messed with anything. I'm 250 pounds. That's heavy, and these are a little bit skinny for me, but it's okay. I could probably do my hair even taller. It wouldn't touch. So that's cool. So it's good for tall drivers. Visibility, you kind of feel like the mirrors being back farther, that I wouldn't like that, but it does create a bit of a blind spot looking out to the left, but it means that the usable area of the mirror, you get more view of what's behind you. So I like that. Mirrors having those little extensions, that's nice. Outward visibility is good. Everything is soft touch where it should be. I like that. I like how it's got overall plenty of glass. That's nice. Some of these really sporty modern cars the belt line is so high you can't see out of them. So this has a 2.3 liter turbo 4-cylinder. It's the same base engine that's in the Mustang EcoBoost. This one has 295 horsepower and 310 foot-pounds of torque. But actually, to me, when we did that 0 to 60 run, it didn't feel a whole lot. It didn't feel that powerful. Maybe because it's a pretty heavy car. But it didn't feel like tremendously fast. It's probably just because of the weight. It weighs 49.50.
Wow, that's actually pretty heavy.
Yeah. I think our minivan, the Sienna, weighs about.
But maybe in this
pounds.
class, I don't know in this class how it compares to other cars, though. Maybe that's...
The base engine is a 2-liter turbo, which to me is, because of the weight, I'm sure it weighs a bit less because of the smaller engine. You can't hear it. That's one cool thing. This is really quiet. It's not They
very
definitely
well insulated, I would think.
Yeah.
So as far as the brakes go, I actually felt like they were reasonably good brakes for what this car is. It's not a performance car, but I felt like the brakes have reasonable feel, and they're reasonably powerful.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they definitely have a little bit of initial bite. That's kind of confidence-inspiring.
Yeah.
Pretty lifeless steering. I'm not
It's just kind of like, woo,
Not much feel.
Yeah, it's decently weighted. The ride is good. There's a little bit of floatiness, but like it feels like this is a decently heavy car.
Yeah, it has a feeling of a heavier, bigger vehicle. I think it absorbs sharper impacts pretty well.
So, let's see. What else is there unique about this car?
I feel like it's just a reasonably quiet, reasonably luxurious package. I don't know that there's a lot that stands out, and maybe that's a downside to the car. There's nothing that's really a standout.
I like the exterior. I think that they did a really good job on the exterior. It actually looks really pleasing. I feel like the overall themes, the details, they remind me a lot of, it almost looks like feather shapes cut in. There's a lot of really cool Art Deco kind of themes here that really are unique and a very American Detroit.
Yeah,
elegant, and it doesn't look like anything else. It doesn't. You wouldn't mistake it for any other brand, in my opinion. Yeah, I think this car, to wrap things up, presents a lot of value, but I don't. It's so close in cost to entry-level Mercedes, Audi, BMW. It's about the same price as this. So to me, the main value proposition here is it's American. At least it's Lincoln, and it's probably going to be a little more reliable than those,
potentially.
And I think most mechanics in your town are going to be able to take care of you if you have an issue. What do you think?
Yeah, I would agree with that, and yeah, because that's the other thing I guess you run into with imports is, if you do have a problem, then you may be waiting on parts to get sent in from Germany or wherever they need to source parts from, and then you need to work with perhaps a mechanic that specializes in that particular European car. So there's advantages, I think, to having a domestic car.
Yeah, and cost of ownership as well. Like anytime you see somebody that's got a BMW badge on their shirt and they're the mechanic, it's not going to be $80 an hour. It's going to be $200 an hour for repairs. So probably, maintenance costs are going to be lower in the long run.
And maybe that's not maybe that's not a concern of a Lincoln buyer, but it would be a concern of mine.
Yeah, I like this car. This is a great car. I mean, I think it's a great car for anybody. And probably the best way to get one of these is to get a used one, if I had to guess, and not buy that higher priced, brand new car. This is going to depreciate pretty well, and you'll be able to get a good one for a very good price. So, cool.